Okay, so we've just come out of seeing Colin Worth in his show First Blood Part 1. This one's playing in two parts, seemingly. I think they are two separate shows. This one that we saw goes until Tuesday, and then it's followed by Part 2, which goes until the 1st of February. So Colin Worth's a stand-up comedian, he's a local. He's a pretty funny guy, he's very young, but I won't hold that against him. I felt that it was very mixed, to be honest. As per normal with stand-up, they tend to cover, the standard stand-up sort of topics, things like social norms and politics and relationships and gender politics that come from that. And a lot of I guess a lot of his jokes sort of fell pretty flat for me. I got a decent response from the crowd, but I thought some of the early stuff in this show just really didn't hit the mark. It seemed that Colin was trying to parody social norms at the same time as buying into them. If that's his direction, that's great. Personally, I didn't find some of his earlier stuff that entertaining. I was chuckling throughout. That said, it was a marked contrast to the material at the end of his show, which was absolutely fantastic. It's when he seemed to cut loose a little bit and really didn't, just really didn't give a shit whether he was insulting people or disagreeing with them at all. So yeah, I thought the latter stuff was far better than the earlier stuff, and to be honest, I thought he was incredibly amusing towards the end of the show. His audience participation was very poor. I'll be completely honest here. It was, misogynistic and quite grating. It was very confrontational. So don't sit in the front row if you don't like being objectified, mocked, or just in general heckled. I don't think he actually meant anything malicious by it. Maybe he did. I don't know. But really, I thought this was probably some of the worst audience participation. And you know what? That's pretty standard for stand-up. It was probably more prevalent, say 20 years ago in terms of stand-up. I certainly wouldn't like him speaking to, my wife or, a sister or daughter or something in the way he spoke to some of the crowd. Or speaking to me like that for that matter. I don't think that was the be-all and end-all, though. It was a very minor part, so just be mindful of that. So he's showing right up until the 1st of February with his show. It's here at the Pleasure Garden in Northbridge. I'm seeing a lot more shows at the Pleasure Garden over the next couple of days, so I'll be putting up reviews on that. So thanks.